Hey loves, what's up? My name is Taya Shanae and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know already, this is part 3 in the freshman year experience series. Part 1 and 2 is already up on my channel. As you can tell by the title, this will be questions about college. Questions about Alabama State, questions about HBCUs, questions about college in general, as a black girl, as a black person going to college. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop without extraness and get straight into the video. As y'all can tell, it's a lot of questions. Y'all can't really, it's a lot of questions. So yeah, I'm just gonna randomly scroll and get one. This is a good question. What would you say Alabama State is known for? So obviously, if you're in the HBCU world, period, or if you just know about HBCUs, you know Alabama State is known for the Mighty Marching Hornets and the Stingettes in our dance program. That's what and Alabama State is a teaching college. Like, it was founded because of like educators and all that stuff. So Alabama State is also known for being a school that produced a lot of educators. So yeah. Was it hard to balance school and cheer? I would say it wasn't, but that's just because I've been balancing school and cheer my entire life. So when I really got to college, it was easier to balance school and cheer because, for one, it was Corona. So like first semester, we didn't really do anything cheer wise, not for real, not a lot of cheer stuff. So I really was focusing on my grades more so for first semester, and then second semester was really when it started getting like a lot more cheery. Like, I had a lot of practice more, I had a lot of more games and all that stuff. So, but even second semester, it really wasn't hard to balance my grades and cheer because I've been doing it my whole entire life. So I would say no, it wasn't. I need to put a little dash by this to make sure I answered the right answer. Make sure I answered these questions already. What is the most challenging part about transitioning from high school to college? I would say the most challenging part about transitioning from high school to college is the adjustment and like time. Nobody's on you at all. Like, my parents, like my mom checked up on me every now and then, but like for the most part, nobody's finna be on you like that. So you're on yourself. You're becoming an adult, so you really have to be disciplined. Like, at the end of the day, your mama them might be checking up on you, but they can't make you do anything in college because you're out there on your own, unless you like go to school at home or something. But yeah, so I would say that's the most challenging part. Is like, I mean, I always been self-motivated and all that, but if you're not self-motivated, that would be the hardest part. And then another thing is, it's something to do every day that's not involving school work in school. Like, it's something to do every day, so you can get distracted really easily. I would say that it's a lot of time on your hands. There's a lot of extra time on your hands. So like, you may forget about assignments and stuff, and you don't have class every day. Like, you don't have every class every day. So it do get hard to like remember assignments and all that stuff, but you just have to buckle down and, if you remember what you came to college for. So remember that you're paying for this at the end of the day. Even if you're going to college on scholarship, you still worked for this. So know what you came here to do. Don't waste your time, because nobody's going to be trying to pay extra for college and all that stuff. Retake classes, that means you got to pay extra to take a class that you already paid for. Ain't nobody trying to do that, period. Ain't nobody trying to do all of that. So just remember what you came to college for. But yeah, that's the most transitioning part. That's the hardest part about transitioning from high school to college. Is like, it's a big time gap. You could wake up, go to class, go back to sleep, go to cab, go back to sleep. Like, y'all, it's so much time. Like, you realize that you there it's like boarding school. You there all the time, so you could really get lost in time. So you just got to make sure that you on yourself all the time. Make sure that you completing your work, because nobody's there that's gonna do it for you besides you and your friends. So um somebody said, you look like you had fun in college. How did you meet your friends? I met most of my friend groups through like clubs or through like my closest friends, like the people that y'all probably see me with. Like if you follow me on Instagram, the people that y'all probably see me with was 3Dub. Like them was my folks. That's who I was with all the time. And 3Dub is just like they my roommates. So that's how I met them. We got really close second semester because we lived together, so we was always together. If we wanted to do something dumb, we was together already, so you know we just do that. And then my other friend group was the cheer team, so the cheer team and probably cheer butterfly, and that's kind of like the same people. So yeah, that's how I met my friends, through club and through like they're my roommates. So yeah, it's kind of like they happen naturally. Your friend group happen naturally. But yeah, I didn't really go out looking for friends. First semester, I was real lonely. Not lonely, but I was a loner. I didn't really want to talk to nobody. I didn't really want to. I mean, I talked to my best friend. My best friend's on the cheer team, and I knew her like that my for lifer. Like I knew her since we was born. So yeah, that like I didn't force no relationships in college. I literally let them happen naturally. I ain't go looking for no relationships, but they just came to me. So was it hard to find your way around campus? No. Yes and no. But for the most part, all the fun stuff, you gonna know where all the fun stuff is, because that's where everybody be at. The hardest part about like locating myself around campus for me was my classes. Like, because first off, a lot of people didn't have in-person classes. It was just like a couple of people. So everybody wasn't rushing to class, you know? So when I was looking for my classes, I just searched it up on Google Maps, searched up my building on Google Maps. It would take me to the building. I would just have to find a room. But yeah, it wasn't really hard for me to locate around Alabama State campus because it's not that big. It's real. Everything kind of in the same place. For real, you're not gonna have no trouble finding nothing except for probably your classes. I know that's what matter, but like I said, put it in maps on the iPhone or put it in the GPS somewhere. It's gonna take you there. Or if not, search up what the building look like on Google, and it should take you. Like you just gotta look at the building, like look, match it up. But yeah, how is college compared to high school? I kind of already dabbled in this, but I'm gonna just answer it. Um, Compared to high school, I would say college is easier than high school, and I would say that because you have a lot more time in your hand. As long as you turn in like follow their syllabus, as long as you turn in your work on time, as long as you if you have an issue, contact them, all that stuff. Like when they say in their syllabus, that's really what they mean. So when you follow your syllabus, you gonna have the time of your life. Like not the time of your life, but you gonna have it easy in that class. And I would say work wise it's easier. Um Communication, like meeting people wise, I would say it's easier because in high school I would say it was already clicky. So if you was like not transitioning, but if you were moving from a different high school to like a new high school, it was already in a clique because all these people grew up together. But in college it's not like that. Pretty much everybody is friendly, everybody looking for friends in college. Everybody, you know, look out for each other because you never know who when you gonna need somebody. And another thing, in high school you got 8 hour days. 8 hour days, no break. Like I don't know how we used to do that. Wake up at 8 in the morning, go to sleep, go to school for 8 hours straight, no nap, eat a 30-minute lunch, and then go back to class. Like I don't know how we used to do that, because when I eat now, I'm ready to go to sleep. Like don't talk to me. When I eat, I'm ready to go to sleep. When I wake up and go to class, I'm probably up for a little bit, but then I'm gonna take a nap. I don't know how we used to do that, and I don't know how people used to expect us to function like that. But yeah, it's easier, y'all. So don't let nobody tell you that college is hard, because I mean, it really just depends on your mindset. College is not a hard thing. It's really just a curriculum. If you understand the curriculum, if you go to class, if you study, it's not hard. It's not hard. It's way easier than high school. How did I budget? So I kind of dabbled in this, and I think it was part two, either one of those parts in my other videos. I dabbled in my budget. So I would spend one day, mean 1 week, I would spend on eating out, or like during that week I would eat out like 4 times a week. I wouldn't really be stressing how much I eat out. And then the next week I would not eat out at all. So I would save my money and not eat out at all. And then the week after that I would eat out. And then the week after that I would not eat out at all. If it's a game on the weekend, we probably gonna go to a club, and then after the club you gotta have something to eat, so you eating out. And then but yeah, majority of the time that would help me save money. And then another thing that I did, like grocery shopping wise, I only grocery shop twice a month. The first time would be at the beginning of the month when I would just get my allowance from my mom. So like I would go shopping, get all the food, all the snacks and all that stuff that I wanted. And then by week two, by the third week, I would be like running out of like Gatorade and water and stuff. So I would go and get little stuff like milk, Gatorade, water, chips, like little stuff. But I wouldn't be getting a lot of stuff, so I'll be saving money. It's not like I'm spending a whole bunch twice a week. I'll just be spending like $100 here and then like $30 here, opposed to, it really was never $100, because I never spent that much money on groceries. I never really had that much stuff. But $50 here and then $20 here. It wasn't a lot of stuff. So that's how I would save money. I'm gonna just group these two questions together. Somebody said, do you know any stingettes and how is band culture? So those are two separate questions. Do I know any stingettes and how is band culture? So band culture at HBCU, especially Alabama State, in which we are known for our band, is very, like, the band is very secluded, very private. The band lives in their own world for the most part. Like, you do not know any of the band's business unless somebody that you're close to told you, like somebody that's in the band told you. But we're freshmen, so a lot of freshmen are crabs. Like, they're crabbing the band, so they can't do a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna really speak too much into that because I'm not in the band, so I don't really know what they're doing, but all that stuff. But you don't really see them out a lot. They be minding their business, and the stingettes are a part of the band. So yeah, unless you have the mindset and the determination, like you really love dancing and you really love playing your instrument and you really like your scholarship or whatever, band may not be for you. Stingettes may not be for you if you're not disciplined. Just letting y'all know, because they are not playing when it comes to that. They image and all that stuff, they do not be playing with that. You cannot post any and everything on Instagram. So yeah. Do I know any stingettes? I know of some stingettes, like, they're people, so like, yeah, I know them. I know of them. But band culture as a whole, like from the outside looking in, it's really amazing. From the outside looking in, I would just say it's so cool to watch a band play and watch the dancers dance. Like, everybody gets so excited, everybody be so intrigued. People will come not even to watch the dancers, I mean, not even to watch the football players, but to watch the dancers in the band. People will literally come because the game is like, it's a good matchup game for the two bands. So it's a big deal, to say the least. It's a big deal. So that's how band culture is at Alabama State. I don't know about all these other schools, but at state, that's how band culture is for us. And I would say a lot of HBCUs are like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put these questions together. How does visitation work and how does the CAF work? So the CAF hours change depending on if it's a weekday or if it's a weekend or if it's a holiday. So usually holidays, like if it's a during the week holiday, or if we like got out of, like, we don't have class that day, the CAF will do weekend we'll treat the day like a weekend. So on the weekends we have brunch and dinner. That's it. And on weekdays we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think breakfast starts at like 6. It ends at like 9, 9:30, 6:30 to 9:30, probably something like that. And then lunch is like 11 to 2, and then dinner is 4 to 7, and then brunch is I think 9 or 10 to 2, and then dinner is 4 to 6. So we be really suffering on those days, on those weekdays where they treat it like a weekend. Cause who told you to do that? No, we be starving. And then visitation. So I really don't quite know how visitation worked, but from what I heard, visitation was from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., meaning from like the afternoon to the night. So after 12 a.m., nobody could be in your room, or nobody's supposed to be in your room as far as like boys and stuff. I feel like if you a girl, you could kind of make it work. But like, if you want to have a boy in your room, kind of visitation, like they gotta be out by 12 a.m. Unless you know your RA and them don't check like that, they gotta be out. Don't have them all in the hallways. Basically, don't have them all in the hallways at after 12 a.m. because after 12 a.m. they gotta go. You probably go get a fine or something. You never know. That's another thing. Parking at state is horrible. I'm not saying it's horrible like the parking lots or whatever, because we just got new parking lots. But you're not gonna have a spot. It's so hard to find a spot and keep a spot at Alabama State. Like if you move, that spot is gone. If you move, you're not gonna have no spot no more. So and if you think you just gonna park outside and then you're gonna move and then you're gonna come back and you're gonna have that spot, nope, it's not gonna be there. So best bet, you're gonna be parking in that Acadome parking lot. Everybody be parking in the Acadome parking lot because we be running out of spots. And that kind of ties into my next question. The question is, should I bring a car to school? And I always will say yes, because my car has saved me from a lot of just uncomfortable situations. Like I don't want to have to ask somebody that I just met, can you take me to Walmart every day? I mean, not every day, but like, you know, when I need to go to Walmart, I don't want to ask somebody, can you take me to Walmart? No. When I want to go get something to eat, I don't want to have to ask somebody, can I go get something to eat? No. So if you have the capabilities to have a car, or if you if you have a car at home, try to convince your parents to let you bring that car to school. At Alabama State, freshmen can't have cars. So yeah, please bring your car to school. Now, like when they tell you, like in the emails, if they tell you do not park here, do not park there, because you will be getting towed. If they tell you we will be paving here, do not park there, because they will tow you. So with a car comes certain responsibilities, but all in all, I will say bring your car to school, because you're going to need it. If you're not the type of person that want to be out all the time, or when you out, you want to leave when you're ready to leave. You don't want to be riding with somebody. You don't want to be dependent on somebody all the time. So bring your car. Yeah, bring your car. If you know you want to go home sometimes bring your car. I would just say that. Just bring the car. Um, was it easy to find orgs on campus? Yes and no. As far as like clubs and regular organizations that's just like for all the student body, yes, it is easy because like SGA and SOS and the business orgs and all that stuff, like they announce it so that everybody will know. They announce it multiple times, like, hey, we're looking for this and that. Hey, like they announce it all the time, repetitively. So it's easy to find organizations. Did you make a schedule for like homework and would you recommend it? I made a schedule for quizzes and tests as far as like regular and essays, quizzes, tests, and essays. As far as just like regular like worksheets, like certain quizzes would be like worksheets for me, so I wouldn't put that on my to-do list or whatever. But important stuff like that I know is worth the majority of my grade, I put that on the schedule. I put that on the calendar. I knew when it was due. So yeah, I did kind of do it. And I would say if you know that you not good with like time management and stuff, please put it on the schedule. Please put it on a calendar so you know when all your stuff is due. Put the time, put the date, all of that stuff. Because it did help me keep up with stuff, keep up with a lot of my work. It did help me know. And if I knew that it was due and I chose not to do it, then that's on me. But if I didn't know, I, it would help me with a lot of stuff. How did you keep your GPA up? And somebody else asked me, is it hard to bring your GPA up? So I kept my GPA up by just always being on my stuff. Like if I knew my work was due, I would try to do it as soon as possible. But if it was something that I knew I could like slack on, I would kind of slack on it. Like I said, I always been good at school, so school was never a problem for me. So it wasn't really an issue for me keeping my GPA up. I would say the biggest issue for me was like you have so much time that you think, like I procrastinated. So you have so much time that you think, hey, I'm gonna do it this time, or I'm gonna do it here, I'm gonna do it there. Like no, as soon as they post it, try to do it so you can get feedback on it. Like if it's a essay or whatever, post it. As soon as they post it, do it so you can get feedback on it, and then rewrite it or whatever. But if it's a quiz, do that quiz because quizzes are short. But if it's a test, do it when they open it. I would just say it wasn't a big deal for me to keep my GPA up. Now, as far as bringing your GPA up, as a freshman in college, it's hard to bring your GPA up because you got to think about it. You start at zero. With your first semester GPA really counts. So if you get a 2.0 GPA, you start off at 2.0. You starting off at 2. Second semester, you build on top of your 2. It's not like, you building on top of your 2. So even if you get a 4.0, you still not gonna go up that much. So your first semester grades, your first year grades really count a lot. So I would say don't play around with your grades because that's what we're in college for at the end of the day. So do what you gotta do, boo. Is it true that you're not supposed to mess with Q's and Sigmas? That you're not supposed to mess with Q's and Sigmas? I never heard about the Sigma myth. Like, don't mess with a Sigma. I never heard that, but don't mess with the Q's for sure. I would say, I guess, like, if you don't mess with the Q's, don't mess with anybody Greek. But I say don't mess with no upperclassmen, so, hey, I don't really know. If you a freshman, I can't answer that. So, yeah, but don't mess with the Q's for sure. Like, if you're looking for a good time and a fun time, mess with whoever you want to. But if you're really looking for a relationship, like a lot of us girls are, If you're looking for something long term, y'all, come on, just wait. Just wait. But frat boys, they know what they be doing. So I guess that implies the Qs, the Sigmas, the Alphas, the Kappas, the Iotas, all of them. Don't mess with none of them. Hey, but I'm not going to discriminate on just the Qs and the Sigmas. Don't mess with none of them. Somebody said, who did I ask for bottles on campus? I wouldn't know. Nah, I'm just playing. If somebody ID, like if they ID, just ask somebody older that you know. That's why you join clubs and organizations, because ask somebody older that you know. But 9 times out of 10 at state, they don't. So I wouldn't know who to ask. How do I pick the right major for me? I touched on this in my first video. Pick the major that you're interested in. Pick the major, not that makes you the most money, but pick the major that you're most interested in. Pick the major that you know that you're gonna work the hardest in. Pick the major that you know that you love. How do you pick the right major for you? If you don't know if you love a lot of things, if you love multiple things, pick your top 2 or 3, and you can major in one thing and minor in the other 2, or you can major in one thing and minor in the other one. So you don't really have to always pick one subject. You can always pick a minor. It's gonna be more classes, more schooling, but you can always pick a minor if you really love it. Okay, here's the nitty-gritty ones. Somebody said, I wanted to go to a HBCU, but they don't give out enough money and it's more expensive. I don't know why y'all say that. I feel like y'all are saying stuff like that because y'all want to go to Howard and y'all want to go to Clark and you want to go to Morehouse and Spelman and NCAT and Tuskegee and Fisk and what's the other one up north? Hampton, and all the Ivy League, all the top tier HBCUs. That's what y'all want to go to. And I understand because that's where the hype is, or that's where, that's what you hear about the most. But in all honesty, you can't expect an Ivy League school to lower their prices because those schools know what they're doing. Those schools know that they produce product. Those schools know that they're worth the money. So you can't tell them to lower their prices. But if you apply to school like Jackson, like Alabama State, like Alabama A&M, like regular schools, you're gonna pay less. Alabama State is not a lot of money. Alabama A&M and Jackson, those are not a lot of money for schools. And they give out scholarships. Y'all just don't look. Y'all aren't looking in the right places. They give out plenty of scholarships. Not even just for academics. They give out scholarships for days for everybody because they have to give out a certain amount of money. But y'all just not looking. So yeah, I feel like y'all say y'all want to go to HBCU, but y'all really don't want to go to the HBCU. Y'all want to go to the Ivy League HBCUs, and that's fine. But don't expect the Ivy League HBCUs to lower their prices, to lower their money, because you're not going to ask Harvard and Yale and Princeton and Columbia and Brown and all those schools to lower their money. So don't ask the HBCU Ivy Leagues to lower their cost. The Harvards and the Princetons, they're known for producing the best. Same for Howard, Hampton, Fisk, Tuskegee, same for them. They're known for producing the best, so they're going to charge what they're worth. And of course, they give out less scholarships because people that go there, their average GPA are 3.7s and above. That's just for the regular people that are getting accepted. accepted 3.7 and above. So you can't expect to get a scholarship when you got a 3.7. You can't expect to get a scholarship when you have even a 3.9, because all day people have 4.0s, 4.2s, 4.5s. Like, it's a lot of people that are going to those schools that are above average. So you can't expect to go get a scholarship going to that school, you know. So yeah. Did you really want to go to a HBCU, or did you want to just say that you went to Howard? Because if you want to go to a HBCU, it's plenty out there. It's over like 150 HBCUs out there that are not the big three that we keep getting money from, that keep getting money. So I would say just do more research. It's a lot of schools out here, y'all, that are not that expensive. So I don't know where y'all getting that myth from, but HBCUs definitely give out scholarships. They definitely give out money, and some HBCUs even give out state waivers, mean like in-state tuition waivers. So yeah, just be on the lookout, y'all. Just do more research. And somebody said, how did you get a scholarship to a HBCU? I heard they don't be trying to give out money. I just told y'all that they do. Y'all just don't be on the lookout. But I got a scholarship for academics, and I get a stipend for cheer. So yeah, I be getting some money. Another thing, my school got a COVID, something for COVID, like a COVID relief. They gave out to all of their students. It was like $3 million as a whole. They gave it to the whole school, and they gave it out to their students. I don't know what y'all be hearing. I get a lot of money for my school. Somebody asked me, hold on, I just had it. Oh, somebody asked me, how do you feel about financial aid? Y'all, financial aid is not that bad, but they will try to get over on you when you let them get over on you. Like, you gotta go in there being knowledgeable about what you need. Don't go in there and let them give you a loan when you don't need a loan. If you came in there to pay them $500, don't let them try to give you a loan. Like, come on, y'all. They will try to. I feel like when it comes to financial aid, for the most part, if they don't tell me to come see them, I'm gonna let my mom handle it. If you have an active parent that cares about your schooling and that cares about stuff like that, if you're not just thrown to the wolves in college, because I know a lot of people are just, hey, you gotta deal with that on your own. But if you're not, if your parents are willing to help, let them help. Let them do it, because they're not gonna play with your parents, or your parents know when to say no about certain stuff because they have bills and all that stuff. They've been there, done that. So let your parents handle certain stuff. It's easier. They answer the phone for your parents. I promise y'all, they will not have them waiting that long. When you'll be in a financial aid line for like 2 or 3 hours, and your parents be waiting for 30 minutes. Why is that even a thing? Like, so yeah, I never had no problems with financial aid. So yeah, can't really deal with that. That's another question. How does the calf food taste? Okay. Okay. Some days the cat food was nasty. Not gonna lie. The cat food gets really repetitive. You're gonna have french fries every day. You're probably gonna have hot dogs and hamburgers every day. Pizza every day. But some days the cat food is really good. You're gonna have your fried chicken Wednesday. That's the day you can count on. You're gonna have your taco Tuesday and the nachos. That's the day you can count on. You're gonna have your fried fish Friday. So you got 3 days out of the week where the food is pretty good. And for dinner, it does get really repetitive. But on the days where they send out the little notice like, hey, the calf's gonna have this, and it's something that you like, please go to the calf that day. Don't miss the calf. And don't be one of those people that just don't go to the calf because you heard the food was nasty. Because now you're spending all this money and you already bought a meal plan. So just go use your meal plan, y'all. Don't be those people. Use your meal plan. Somebody said, how's dating life in college? I don't date in college. Well, I haven't dated in college, so I can't really answer that. But I have a whole segment on that in my second video, my second first year experience video, and I told y'all all about that stuff. So go watch that video. And is that it? Is that it, you guys? Somebody said, was the school year hard? No, it wasn't. The hardest part about this school year was the fact that we had COVID, so we had to work around everything. We didn't have a homecoming. Football games was second semester, like ew. Football games was second semester. We had COVID. Like the parties was getting shut down, but you know, we persevered. We got through it, and next semester we gonna be lit. Don't play with us. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, I got one more question. When there was nothing to do, what did you and your friends do? Okay, I advise you, if you're a group of people that are goofy, like, be yourselves, y'all, because I had the time of my life with my roommates. My Instagram, like, follow me on Instagram, y'all. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram at Talia Chardonnay. Because you can see, like, outside of the vlogs, you can see what we be doing in college. Like, it's so funny, and most of the stuff that we be doing be so random. When there was nothing to do, like, okay, so say after the calf, when we didn't have class or whatever, we would go on random walks around campus, and we would just run into people and be talking. So that was one thing that me and my roommates did a lot. We just talked. We walked and talked. And I would advise everybody has to have that friend that's kind of out there. At least one. We had two. We had 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. So our life was full of adventure, and it was fun, and it was fun. So yeah, and don't be boring. Like, y'all, go outside and just go with the flow, because some days it's just gonna be, you know, you just going with the flow. If it's nothing to do outside, everybody may just be outside, and they may be like, okay, let's go to the park or something. Everybody goes to the park, and now it's a mood. Like, so I would just say, just go and try to do, like, don't try to be in your room all the time, because it's boring. Like, go and have fun, y'all. Even when it sound corny. Like, when somebody in a group chat be like, we're playing manhunt, like, it sounds so corny, but it really do be fun. Or if they be like, we're having a water gun fight, we're having a water balloon fight, it sounds so corny, but it be fun, and that's how you meet new people. So just do it, y'all. Just go with the flow, and try to convince everybody that you know to go with the flow too. Okay, y'all, so that's it for this video. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you go to state, comment something like, yeah, state, Bama State 25, Bama State 24. If I help you out at all, just give this video a thumbs up and share with your friends. And yeah, that's it for this video, y'all. Bye.